Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to change a fan belt on a 2003 Toyota 4Runner with a 4.0. A couple of things we're going to need is not a lot of tools, but you're going to need a 14mm wrench, and you're going to need a ratchet with an extension and a 10mm socket. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this cover right here so we can gain access to the fan belt, which is down in here, a little bit tight, but let me take this cover. We'll take this cover here off the vehicle, and I'll show you how it goes. So let me just get you set up over here, and I'll get started. Right. So first thing we're going to take this cover off. We'll just take out these two 10mm screws right here, and you can take the cover. Take the few nuts off, and you just take the cover, lift it up, and pull it forward, and it comes out of these two little clips right here. So we just relocate that to the back right there for now, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, so let me show you where the belt is located, and I'll show you how we're going to take it off. Sorry about the light, it's a little bit difficult, but this is the belt down in here we're going to take off, and the way we're going to take it off is on this side, on the driver's side of the vehicle, there's a tensioner, and that's the, I'm going to point to it with a wrench, that's the tensioner right down inside there, right here. So I'm going to get down in there with the wrench, and we're going to remove the, we just take the tensioner and pull it up, and we can remove it. First thing you want to do is, before you take it all apart, make sure you got your schematic, how to put it back together. If you don't have a schematic, or you don't have access to a schematic, what I usually do is just draw it out on a piece of paper. You can draw it out as you see the pulleys down on the bottom, and then you just draw a little picture so you'll understand which way the belt goes and how it goes around it. So you just draw it out so you have a copy of it. But in this case we do have a copy, so we're just going to take the belt right off. What we're going to do, I'm going to try to do this the best I can with the light. Sorry about it being such a lousy spot for you. But this is the tensioner down. I don't know if you can see that down there. Let me just. This is the tensioner right here, and what you do is just put a wrench on it. I got to take this little light out of here. It gives you a little bit of light down in there. Okay, what we're going to do is you're going to put the wrench onto the pulley, and you take the pulley and you lift it up, and as you lift it, you'll see on the belt, see the belt? It starts to move on that side, and then what you do, I'm going to put this down for 1 second here. And I'll show you real quick. I just pull that belt off the pulley like this, and then you remove it from the car. It just comes right off each pulley, and you pull it off. Fairly simple to remove. You just basically take it off. Putting it back on is a little bit tricky sometimes, because you got to get everything back in where it belongs. Alright, and once you got the belt off, you just snake it around the fan, and then you just rotate the fan. Sorry about that, just a little difficult to do with only one hand. Okay. And then we just take the fan belt and you turn it around the fan, and you'll take it out of the car, and then we'll grab the new one and we'll put it back in. Okay, one thing I want to show you is when you get your new fan belt, always, obviously your belt is going to be all twisted and hard to do, but you take the belt and match it up against the old belt to make sure it's the right belt, because frequently the pawn stores give you the wrong belt. So in this case, the belt is the correct belt. So let me show you how to put it on now. Remember, we made up our schematic here, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the belt back on just the way we took it off. So let me stick it in to where it belongs, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go right down onto this point right over here where the tensioner was, and we're going to pry this tensioner up, and we'll slide the belt onto the pulley here. So let me get in there and I'll get the belt routed through there, and I'll show you how to do it. Took the belt off the fan, so we have to put it behind the fan first. So we get it behind the fan and just rotate the fan to get the belt down along on the lower crankshaft first. Okay, so now we have it around the fan, and then we're going to go down onto this pulley down here, and we're going to route the belt through this side over here on this side first. Okay. I just want to show you what we did first is we put on this section of the belt over here first. So I'll show you real quick. See? Got the belt on exactly where it belongs down there, underneath the tensioner. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come over onto this side here, and we're going to put the belt onto these pulleys here. And then we're going to get on over here with the wrench, and we're going to pull up on the tensioner. So I'll show you how that goes. Okay. Now that we've got everything in place down here, what we're going to do is we're going to pry up on that tensioner on the other side that I showed you. That's the tensioner right there. We're going to lift up on the tensioner, and we're going to slide that belt on right over here. So we're going to take our wrench, and we'll get down there and we'll do it. Put your wrench on the pulley. Okay, let me just show you real quick what I did here. It's a little bit difficult to see with the light, but I'll get this light down here and I'll show you. Alright, so we have the belt now on the grooves down here where it's supposed to be. We have it on the tensioner down in here as it's supposed to be, around the idler pulley here, this one here, and then we're going to make sure that the belt is on, sorry about it being so dark, on the lower crankshaft, and we're going to make sure it's in the tensioner right here with the idler pulley. The belt is on here correctly as it's supposed to, and it's on the water pump as it's supposed to. So let's start it up and make sure all your tools and everything are clear, and we'll go from there. Alright, make sure all your tools are out of the way, and then we're going to start it up. I'm going to make sure it's okay. Alright, after you have it running, always check it to make sure that everything is on exactly as it's supposed to. Make sure your belt is on the grooves where it belongs here, and that everything is where it belongs. Alright, in this case everything looks fine, so we're going to put our cover back on, and then we'll be all set. So let's do that and we'll get it out the door. Remember, we got these little hooks in the back here. We have to hook them in back over here. Put the screws on here. That's it. Okay. We're all set. Everything's back together. Our clips are in the back the way they belong. Bolts are tight. Get our tools out of the way, and we're all done. Alright, not too bad when you know what you're doing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.